This is Vintage Corner, and in this video I'll share my first impressions on the Ilford Delta 3200 film. Hi guys, my name is Matti Sulanto and I'm a photographer. And this is Vintage Corner, where I'll talk about film photography. And in this video I'm gonna share my first impressions on the Ilford Delta 3200 film, which I have never tried before. And I'd like to say big thanks to Focus Nordic Finland. They represent Ilford products here in Finland, and they very kindly gave me a couple of test rolls of this film so I can try it before I buy. Big thanks, Focus Nordic. I have a lot of experience with film, but I have not been an active film shooter for a long time. And now I'm looking for maybe 3 different films that I could learn to know again, learn to know how they behave in different situations, and from those 3 I could then choose the one that works the best for any given situation. And this Ilford Delta 3200 would be my maybe low light and extreme situation film. In the past I shot a lot of Kodak TMZ 3200, but unfortunately Kodak films these days, they are really super expensive over here in Finland where I live. And now I'm trying to find out if this Delta 3200 would be the film to replace the TMZ 3200 that I used a lot and that I liked a lot in the past. I shot all my pictures on this Nikon F3P camera and the 32mm f2.8 lens mounted on the camera. And the developer I used is this Ilfotec DDX developer that I used according to the instructions. But I think I may have to fine-tune my developing time a little bit based on this first test roll that is here. This film can be rated at multiple ISO values, but I used the box Speed 3200 because I wanted to have a solid starting point for my experiments, and 3200 is plenty fast for many situations, even late evening situations in the city, because there are usually some street lights or some other kind of lights. And indeed I shot all my test pictures in the evening, and as a bonus it was also snowing more or less when I was out there shooting. And I have to say I really like the results. I think my developing time was a little bit too short, because I would probably like a little bit more contrast in my negatives. However, I still like the results a lot. The grain is relatively modest, but it's still there, because I'd be disappointed if there was like too little grain, because I really wanted to see some grain with this film, and the tonality is great, at least with this DDX developer. There are other developers that you can use, of course, and the results are probably a little bit different if you use another developer. Of course, these are only my first impressions based on only one roll of film that I shot in the city in the night in the snowstorm or snowfall. And I really need to shoot a few more rolls in different types of situations to learn to know the film and to see how it behaves. And I think one of the keys to success with film photography is to know your film. Because when you know your film, you know how it behaves in different types of lighting and shooting situations, then you can of course get much better results, because you can take advantage of the knowledge that you have. But I'm pretty convinced already that this is the high-speed film that I want to start using. This is a little bit cheaper, more affordable than the Kodak alternative, the TMZ 3200, and I really like the results. Some of you who are not film shooters might be wondering, why would you shoot a film like this? Because it's so easy to make your digital pictures to look the same. Just add some digital grain or noise and tweak the colors or tonality a little bit, and that's it. But I think that's beside the point. I think the whole point to shoot film is the whole process, which is so different from digital. And I think you can learn a lot by shooting film, because first of all you can't see the results until you have developed the film, and you have to pre-visualize so much more. And one more thing, why would you fake your digital pictures to look like film if you can shoot the real thing? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.